What is the most efficient way to learn a skill? Shorter practice times with good form helps. When you practice too long, you get tired and get sloppy on your form and makes bad habits. So short practice often helps keep good form. It goes with the phrase perfect practice makes for perfect play. I'm not sure if that's the right phrase as soon as I started to type it, but it's something like that. Do the skill. Practice consistently. Daily is great, but most of the time is my sweet spot. I might do 6 nights a week for months, then spend a week or two binging a game with my fiancé before getting back to my usual schedule. Spending too much time burns me out a bit and tends to make the gaps between longer, so I find a happy medium. Figure out what you're bad at and practice it. If you want to learn to draw people, for example, but you're no good at hair, practice the hair. No point in drawing a whole human again and again and again if the hair is what you're struggling with. You're just wasting time with features you're good at. As long as it's not something where you'll be blown up or lose some digits. Watch some YouTubes and start fucking shit up. Making mistakes along the way is part of the learning experience, sometimes in dramatic ways, and can show you the value of doing things the right way. Research and study. I wanted to learn how to edit video, so I googled free video editing software and discovered DaVinci Resolve. Now I'm creating lyric videos as a way to learn. Eventually I will create other cool videos. Ask questions, and keep asking them. Even if you ask the same question 100 times, better to keep asking than guessing. Eventually it will stick. Also repetition, especially if you're a kinesthetic learner. Become obsessed with it. Think about it when you're doing something else. Research it in every chance you get. Plan ahead in your spare time. Think about it before you go to sleep, and as soon as you wake up. There's a statistic which is something along the lines of if you practice a new skill 20 minutes a day, for a year you'll be in the top 10 of the population. It may be more than a year, I can't remember. Watch a video on the fundamentals. Try it out. About half of my skills came from YouTube tutorials growing super hot peppers, car repairs, carpentry and woodworking, coding, welding, whiskey. Redo the same thing over and over again. Just as Bruce Lee says, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. There are tons of ways and there is no one answer. Check out the audiobook called Ultra Learning. It helps you understand the various ways and what may or may not work for you. Definitely finding a mentor and just doing the work. For coding, I have a friend that I will code with on weekends who challenges me constantly, but is always supportive. 1. Do it consistently, ideally close to every day. 2. Challenge yourself just enough that you make some mistakes. 3. Continue until the habit evolves into a skill. Language. Live in the same country as the language you want to learn. You'll be forced to. I suppose that's a good way to learn something. Have no other choice. I always YouTube things and I find it super helpful, whether it's for school or literally anything else. Feels like a shortcut to being decent at something. Honestly, just diving and trying some basic instructions. I think people can overeducate themselves about things. Breaking it down into smaller, manageable tasks and using an evaluation system to track linear improvement. There has to be that fire inside of you to master it, or it'll feel like just a fling after a few weeks. Hands-on. Screwing up isn't failure. It's learning how not to do something. You only fail when you quit. 2. It's simple. Do the thing. How to make a game. You make a game by making a game. Spaced repetition and learning. I just sleep with a lecture going on my Chromecast, and I use a pile of books as pillows. Commitment. Anyone can start a skill, but you'll need to continue doing it to be better. Passion. Yeah. It's been attracting intelligent people to learn from since I started. Find motivation and stick to it. Have realistic goals. Repetition. It has always worked for me, and it helped me learn my times tables. By figuring out what your learning style is and learning it in that way. Do something you like and feel drawn to. Then the learning comes easy. Learn the fundamentals. Create good habits. Practice, that's all. Enjoy it. If you like doing it, you will get good at it very quickly. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. Get together with an older, more experienced dude who'll teach you by believing in yourself, and don't let anyone tell you can't.